If you can push yourself to do the things you despise, what's waiting on the other side is something remarkable. That's what people see when they watch me run. My mind is hardened. I'm not training for a competition. I'm training for life itself. I'm preparing for those moments when the phone rings at 2 in the morning with devastating news, when tragedy strikes without warning. I refuse to break down. I'm conditioning my mind, body, and spirit to function as one, to withstand whatever life throws my way. Because in my experience, life doesn't go easy on you. It comes at you full force. If you're not mentally and physically prepared, you'll collapse under the weight of it all, and you won't be able to help yourself or anyone else. Every single one of us has greatness within. It doesn't matter if you feel unintelligent, if you struggle with your weight, if you've been bullied, or if you've returned from war missing limbs. That greatness exists inside you, but it takes courage to bring it to the surface. You have to block out the noise, drown out the voices of doubt, and go find it. It's there, waiting for you, but it won't come easy. It requires effort, resilience, and discipline. These are the skills that truly separate people. Intelligence is valuable, but raw determination, mental toughness, and grit are what elevate a person beyond the ordinary. One of the most important lessons I can give is this: stop living based on what you can see and touch. The external world is full of distractions. If you spend your life listening to others, people who call you names, who project their own insecurities onto you, you'll never break free. You have to strip all that away, toss it out. Because finding your own greatness isn't something you'll discover in a book, and it's not something I can hand to you. I might ignite the spark, but the real journey is one you have to take alone. That means shutting everything down. Be silent. Go into a room and sit with yourself. Stop talking. Dig deep into your soul, your thoughts, your potential. If you're not actively searching for it, you'll never find it. And that journey begins with a simple but crucial question: why am I here? If you never answer that question, you'll spend your entire life wandering, always asking, always unsure. Many of you don't have to think like warriors do, and that's a privilege. I chose this path. I chose the warrior's mindset, and if I had to do it all over again, I would. To be a warrior, you have to be the one standing at the door, knowing that the moment you step through, you might not make it back. You have to accept the risk of death, just as we did in training, jumping from planes, handling live ammunition, constantly aware that every move could be our last. That's why people don't understand me, and I'm okay with that. It takes a completely different mentality to live this way. When you sign up for something like the SEALs, you accept that you might not come out alive. That's what sets warriors apart. If you're afraid of death, you're already compromised. People either respect me or they don't, even within my own team. But when the time comes for action, when you're on a mission, none of that matters. You do what needs to be done. In the real world, it's not like the movies. You're not fighting for recognition or for a cause. You're fighting for the person next to you. I didn't love jumping out of planes. I didn't love firing weapons. I didn't even love the job itself. But I did it because I wanted to transform myself. I took on challenges that made me uncomfortable. When you commit to something, you have two choices. You can barely scrape by, or you can give it everything you've got. Your reputation is built on that decision. If you choose to do something, don't just do it. Attack it. Because people will remember whether or not you went all in. I don't care if you hate me. What matters is that no one can say, I didn't give it my all. That's the mindset you need. If you're going to do something, do it with full force, because you're doing it anyway. Whatever path I take, I want to be the best I can be. That doesn't mean I have to be number one. It means I leave nothing behind. Being the best isn't about winning a title. It's about knowing that I poured every ounce of effort into what I did. Competing against myself, that's the real battle. I hold myself accountable every single day. Back in high school, I created something I called the accountability mirror. At 16, I shaved my head and realized I had spent too much time trying to fit in, changing myself to please other people. I tried different looks, different attitudes, different behaviors, all to gain acceptance. But when I looked in the mirror, I saw the truth. I couldn't lie to myself. Every morning, as I shaved my head, I faced my own reflection and confronted my failures. I had to own up to the ways I had betrayed myself just to impress ordinary people. And the reality hit me, how pathetic it was to live for their approval. So I made a change. I started holding myself accountable. Every day I asked, did I push myself? Did I show up fully? If I fell short, I wrote it down on a sticky note and committed to fixing it. After 21 years of service, I retired in November 2015. I kept moving, pushing, grinding, but I never stopped to enjoy the moment. I wasn't the kind of person who traveled for fun or took breaks. That wasn't me. But for the first time, I was forced to slow down. The toll my journey took on my body was immense, and it was like God Himself told me, rest. Not even my own mind could push me through it. For 6 or 7 months, I was completely out. And in that time, I reflected on everything I had been through. That was the first time I ever sat back and truly acknowledged what I had accomplished. Because only I know the full truth. Only I understand how brutal my life really was. How I shouldn't even be here talking to you right now. The power of the mind is something incredible, and I experienced it firsthand. Not through books, not through substances, but through sheer will. I failed, and I succeeded. Even talking about it now gives me chills. I don't need material things or vacations to feel fulfilled. My mind holds everything I need. The real beauty is looking back at where I started, the kid no one believed in, the kid people underestimated, and seeing where I stand today. That, to me, is lasting peace. Greatness isn't running extreme distances. It's not about breaking records or earning titles. Greatness is whatever vision you create for yourself. It starts in your mind. Once you can see it, once you truly believe in it, that's when the real work begins.